みました。いやー、フォックスジャイ、フォックスジャイ、アイアムマオ、ノーフォックス、ノーフォックス、アイアムキャット、はっはっは、ビリビリ、見てましたー。ニーハオ、私は猫星人。ならば答えは一つ、白髪吹雪、住み合うシーン。なんて、みなみ77度のにらびで、にゃくにゃくにゃにゃく、7半、みなみ77度のにらびで、にゃくにゃくにゃにゃく、7半、7段、にゃんにゃくにゃらめて、でも、にゃにゃみじゃないのも言えますよ。ほほ。私は猫星人。斜め77度の並びでなくなくいななく7半7台なんなく眺めて長斜め77度の並びでなくなくいななく7半7台なんなく眺めて長斜め77度の並びでなくなくいななく7半7台なんなく眺めて長眺めなんなく並べて長眺めでした。みなみ77度の並びでにゃくにゃくにゃにゃく7半みなみ77度の並びでにゃくにゃくにゃにゃく7半7台にゃんにゃく並べて、これにゃにゃみじゃないのも言えますよ。斜め77度の並びでなくなくいななく7半7台なんなく眺めて長眺め失礼、噛みました。いやー、フォックスジャイ、フォックスジャイ、アイアムマオ、ノーフォックス、ノーフォックス、
Alright, hello everyone. I know you've all been waiting for quite a long time at this point. We have had a bit of a delay just because I was sitting with my stream, but that is about it. We are now ready to show the results one and the actual map pool showcase for round 32. First we're going to do the map pool showcase and then results just so that everyone is able to do things, and I feel like the results are a bit more important. But I'm not alone here. I'm here with the one, the only, Pork is great. Pork, you want to talk.
The round of 32, and you know what's really interesting is that it's the round of 32, so this means like I've seen like there were like a lot, and I mean a lot of teams trying to qualify, but unfortunately a lot of players are going to be heartbroken with the results.
Yeah, I definitely saw that too. There are a lot of people who were who like placed highly, but it just wasn't high enough because of how many people actually showed up. I think there were a solid 78 players in the who like actually, or not 78 players, 78 teams that actually went up and went to qualify.
Yeah, but regardless, I think this is what we are very excited to really show you guys the map pool showcase of what the round of 32 maps are gonna look like. I have not seen any of it, but so has, you know, even most of the staff here, so I'm really excited. We are doing like a head-to-head showcase. We will have Dynascape taking on Sparky, and then after this showcase, they will be the ones revealing the qualifiers results, so pretty excited.
Yeah, but without further ado, let's just go into the map pool showcase. Here we have Sparky and Dynascape. This is actually not in the map pool, sadly. This is by far one of my favorite maps for Hololive, but well, it's not a big deal.
Alrighty, so I'm allowed to set up the first map,
yep.
Right?
First map. This is going to be Rice 1. It's going to be, I believe, a bit more of an ACK pick. It's going to be very, very similar to Q, a bit easier in my opinion though, not by much. But I did see the scores on Q, and people are going to be destroying this map.
And funnily enough, we're starting with if it's showing.
Yeah. Alright. Oh, it's not Can't Defeat Airman. Alright.
It's another Fubuki.
Yep. Seal Voice President. So I did see somebody, I think it was NR, post a score on this, so once I saw that I was a bit scared. But besides that, this is very, very stream heavy, as we will see. But yeah, without further ado, we can probably go into the match whenever the players are going to be ready, and I'll talk about the maps a bit more.
All the players are ready, so yeah. Alrighty, so the map is going to start in 3, 2, 1, at least on the ref and I am also reffing. So once again, I am doing double duty. I am reffing and casting, but Sun Apple will just carry me.
Yep. So we will be seeing Sparky play with Mirror. As you can see, there are a lot of just like trills and just jacks here. This map is very, very short at only 1:30. Sparky messing up a bit, so it is definitely possible for people to get breaks because of how repetitive some of these patterns can be. But Dyna, as we do see, is just absolutely destroying this map. And I definitely expect a lot of the higher end players just to be able to get like 999s on this map on command, since it is like kind of just these trills, like these little jacks on repeat throughout basically the entirety of the map.
Yep, and this is also a pretty short map. This is a 1:31 map with the PP of 176, OD of 8. We're seeing a break from Sparky. Yeah, it's pretty well test on, you know, say how consistent you can be on those streams that we were seeing here.
Yeah, and these jump trills sometimes can definitely mess you up just if you like mistime one of them. As we saw Dyna do, I think he messed up one of the just more dense jump trills, which definitely makes sense. And we will be ending off this map soon. There isn't too much that you like. I feel like if you play the first 30 seconds, you should be able to get most of the map, but it's still definitely at least a bit of a challenge, I'd say.
Yep. So that is just going to be it, and I just realized it's in B1, which
it's not a big deal.
I mean, what isn't supposed to be in like 2-3-3 probably then?
Yes.
Because Sparky told me like just set it to like 0-3-3. I was like, okay, Dad.
Wait, is it not 0-3-3?
I don't know.
Alright, well, it doesn't really matter. We will be going on to the next map, and it will be Rice 2. Another more streamy pick. It's a bit more faster than Silvo's President though. It is on an uprate. We will see it soon. It is gonna be pause. Come on. I think I forgot to download the map, sadly.
Uh-oh.
I'll download the rest right now. Alright, here we go. It is gonna be Mogu Mogu Yummy at 1.1 rate. I think this map is very, very similar to the last map. However, it's definitely more stream oriented. A lot of the streams are a bit faster at I think that's like 30 BPM more. So we will be seeing less accuracy, or less like high accuracy. But I mean, that's really fine. I still do think people are going to be absolutely destroying this map. I think the first two Rice picks are definitely the hardest, or definitely the easiest by far. But that's not that big of a deal. So yeah, without further ado, whenever the players will be ready, we can definitely just start.
There was an issue with Sparky having no map, and so Sparky needs to re-download it, which she just did.
Yep, this map was it's been uploaded for a while. However, I asked for edit, so we have a bit of an edit. It kind of just like removes some of the shorter LNs that are kind of annoying, or that were kind of annoying to accuracy. So there's that, and also like this one little jack section was removed. And we will be starting off. Dyna definitely just doing super well on this just intro. We will be seeing some more of those stream patterns, a lot more split trills here compared to the last map, which was mostly just like one-handed trills, some like hand streams. Very light though.
Yep.
And
so yeah, this is a 2-minute 58-second map, so of course consistency and stamina is going to be a factor in this map.
Yeah, this map is definitely quite a bit longer. I think it's almost like 2 times longer than the last map. So if you're looking for something a bit more consistency based, you can definitely choose this map. It's kind of just your basic stream map, just a bunch of like jump streams. Nothing too hard. We do see later on we'll see a bit more like weird jags. There's some mini jags put in, and I believe they should be coming up. Just kidding. It's just this little break section with that lens. And we're already halfway through the map. It's about I think Sparky's on an FC right now. So
yeah, Sparky is on an FC right now. Dyna broke just around. They were at the 400 couple mark, but Dyna seems to recover, and you can definitely see the accuracy difference. Dyna's accuracy is what's still keeping him in the game right now.
Yeah, definitely. And there we go. Those were the little mini jacks. Nothing too bad. It's definitely easy to sight read, but it can screw you up if you just like misread it. And after that, I believe most of the rest of the map is just like little jump streams. A bit more difficult than the Sylvois.
Yep.
And I think the 3-minute factor may be a bit of may cause a bit of an issue for some players, just because maybe they get a bit worse ratio if the map is a bit longer, since this is very different from Q, just because it's actually like 3 minutes, unlike the Q, which was somewhere around the 2-minute range. So I do believe players will be definitely doing really well on all these maps. But still,
Yep.
I think they may find some issues, especially if they just break randomly with how, I guess, simple some of these maps are. We will be coming to the end.
And with that, just with that last section, we should be done. Dynascape with another win over Sparky, despite
Let's
the
go.
miss. And oh my gosh, that would have been a V1 double S if that miss never happened.
Yep. Alright, time for the next map.
Alrighty, now it's time for the next map. So this is going to be Rice Tree. It's according to the sheet that I was just given today. It's a mixed rice.
Yep. It is a bit more of a mixed rice pick. And let me figure out what it is. Oh, okay, I see. So it is by one of our well-known mappers. Actually, one of the map poolers for this tournament as well. Mostly known for their SV maps. I think I just gave it away there. However, it is actually a rice map.
And I don't know why it is not showing up on the screen for whatever reason.
Right, there we go.
There we go.
It will be Ground Pound by Hyper.
There we go. Yep, Hyper. One of our great friends over at BSM.
Yep, one of the BSM members actually. So he's been definitely helping out with the SV sections of this, which we will be seeing later on in the pool. What were you gonna say, Pork?
I was going to say, it's been lately seeing like Hyper's maps being featured in like so many tournaments now. Like I did remember seeing one of his SV maps. His SV maps were featured at Holomania Cup, and most recently the Philippines Nationals Mania for this year as well. So it's really nice to see he's getting a lot of attention at the tournament scene. So yes, all players are ready. We should be able to start soon. So this is Ground Pound, and this is a 2 minute 48 second map with 138.6 BPM of OD of 7, so timing is going to be just a tad bit easier for these players. So it starts off slow, as we can see the players here. I don't know where is Sun Apple, but here we see these rolls right now, and with that jack.
Sorry. Yeah. We will be seeing a bit more jack patterns right now. And as Pork did say earlier, this is a bit more mixed rice. It's definitely more on the jacky side in my opinion. But it does have quite a bit of streams, as we see a lot of bursts as well. And Sparky messing up a bit on those jacks.
Yeah.
And I definitely do think some of these bursts can cause problems if you just like misread it on accident. Maybe you like click too early or whatever reason, you may easily get like a 200 or even a miss, like some of our players have been getting. But this is also not that bad in length, only 2 minutes 48 seconds. Yeah.
Yep, we just hit with that break section right here, but this should start to pick it right back where it left off.
Alright. And yeah, this is a bit of a break. We go into some more streams and then go right back into the bursts. And here we go. These bursts definitely pick up in the later half. A bit more technical, I'd say. And we also do see those jacks from earlier just come back to bite you. This is one of the more physical maps in the pool, in my opinion. We're coming to the end though, so
yeah, you can see that one part where Dinah and Sparky like almost break at the same time. Yeah.
Yep. And I believe there's nothing else in the map at this point. Maybe 1 or 2 more bursts, but that would be all.
Yep, and we are just near the end of the map. Dynascape with a 99.70%. That's really a respectable score coming from him. That is super impressive.
Yep.
And so now that we are done with Rice 3, we will get into our 4th Rice map. It is going to be our final Rice map as well for this before we'll be switching into LNs.
Yes, this will be our last Rice map, and it is actually, I believe, our 2nd longest map in the pool besides the tiebreaker. It's a bit more of a techie map, a lot more techie than all the other maps, in my opinion, and quite a bit stamina heavy with it being 4 minutes. I was really hesitant on pulling this, but I think it should be alright since I believe it's the only like super long map. So if you for some reason don't want to play this, you can definitely just ban it, since there will be bans. Every player gets 1 ban, I believe.
Yep, and all players are ready up. So we should be able to get with the LNs as Dynascape mentioned, but first we will go into this 4-minute 7-second map of this beast, which is Huge W by Mori Calliope, also being featured by Camellia.
Yep. And here we just see the early mini jacks, and I feel like this is definitely apparent throughout the entirety of the map. Also, a little bit of a fun fact, definitely important for all the players. This is actually one of the lower diffs, I believe. I think it's the 2nd top diff. So we won't be playing the top diff. I think that should be fine. We see some more flams out here as we get into the more dense section, I believe. Just trying to get through this build-up.
Yep. And I can just feel it.
And here we go. We see a lot of these bursts, like really awkward too. Some of these snappings aren't the same, so definitely going to be a bit more difficult to act.
Yep. But so far these players are doing very well right now.
And here we see a bit more of those mini jacks on the left side. Dyna's doing super well in them. And we're already about a third of the map in, so definitely still quite a lot left. It's definitely not that bad to FC, but I think being able to get super high act should be decently difficult for some of these players.
Yep.
And here, just some more little jacks to prepare people, and Sparky actually messing up on that one burst. Dyna as well.
Dyna will find the first break, but Dyna is doing pretty well right now in this scrimmage showcase with Sparky.
Yep. And here we go. Possibly going back into the beat. Alright, just continuing on, we see more of the patterns from earlier with a bit more density compared to the earlier section. Definitely a lot more to be aware of, and as we saw, Dyna did miss on that little mini jack.
Yep.
Only 1/3 left. This map is definitely long, if anything.
Yep. It's a very long map, I will say. I mean, this is almost feel like it's also like it can almost be described as another mixed rice in a way, even though this is a stamina tech map.
Yep. And we do see Dyna taking a break there.
And I can see that score decreasing on Dyna's game side is almost coming close into Sparky's favor right now.
I think if Dyna misses a few more times, Sparky can definitely bring this back. And we are coming to the ending of the map. Just have some LNs, nothing too bad. Definitely is not a hybrid. And then just continuing on with these mini jacks. And that should be it.
Yep. That is going to do it. And it's going to be it for the Rice maps. As Dynascape, we'll take that sweep for the Rice maps that we are showcasing for you guys here. But now we should get into LNs.
Yep, and I'm actually decently proud of this LN pool. I think it was pretty good. We will be seeing a decent, or not an SV map by Amelia Fangirl. It is actually no SV. It is definitely a tricky map to properly time, since we will see there's like really awkward snappings in this map. This map is 3 minutes long, so a bit longer than the other LN map, I believe.
Yep, this map particularly will test on LN release, so something to be noted about.
Yep. This map is only OD 6.5, but as we will see, it's definitely difficult to act correctly because of a lot of the weird patterns that are in it. However, I think it should be good enough for this map pool. It should be easy enough, I guess. And we will be going into it. Let us see who's better at LNs, Dinah or Sparky.
Yep.
And there will only be 2 LN maps, I believe. Yes, 2 LN, 2 hybrid, 2 SV. And alright, and just starting it off, we see a little bit of a shield. And I think those parts are going to be very, very hard to just hit correctly because of how easy it is just to double tap on accident on them. And we see a lot more reverse shields coming out. Very, very just tricky, and we do see quite a few like just regular 300s coming out from both of our showcasers here.
Yeah, and Sparky will find the first break for this map.
Yep, there's a lot of finger control that is involved in this map, so be aware, there's a high chance of missing or just combo breaking just because you maybe misread something. And especially because of all these little shields, they just like don't make it any easier to keep an FC going. And here's the slight break. You will be able to see your opponent's score. And keep in mind this is 2v2, so you will be able to see both players score. And already halfway through the map, this map actually goes a bit quicker than you'd think. Alright, just a slight bit of inverse, some introductions to it. And just continuing on with this trend of little shields at the end of LNs. Very, very repetitive patterns as we do see. Something that is definitely a trend throughout the entirety of the pool. And some of these anchors can definitely screw players up. And that little burst right there, I found myself getting a few like 200s or even a miss just because I misread it. Alright, just waiting for these clients to sync up. Definitely the best. Dinah absolutely destroying this map though.
It's funny that he was saying before the showcase story he was like worried about performing absolute trash on LNs, but so far he's doing pretty good even though he is struggling to start a combo just now.
Yeah, I like how as soon as we started talking about him, he started messing up. Actually a caster curse. But yeah, that will be the map. As you did see, there's a lot of tricky patterns there. I hope people do have fun on that map. And don't get too tilted just because you get a few misses. Alright, and that is our first LN going to Dynascape.
Yep, Dynascape going 5-0 in this showcase 1v1 so far. But Sparky, you're doing great. You will win the map. I have no doubt in that.
Sparky did one miss, so there's that going for her.
Yep. With that in mind, I will now put in the next map. This is conveniently made by Sparky.
Yeah, actually our second custom map of the pool, or not second custom map of the pool, our second custom map of the tournament actually is Sparky map. So here she is gonna be playing her own map. And it is 3 minutes, definitely a LN gauntlet, I'd guess, as she would normally say. OD is 6.9. She told me it's because she believes this is what Sakamata Chloe would want in her OD. which I definitely agree with. And just waiting for these players. Let's hope Sparky has a bit of a mapper's advantage. Maybe has a bit extra practice on this LN as a result. Star Command did go off, so we will be seeing it be played.
Yep. If I am going to be I'm going to be sad if Sparky somehow loses this one too. I know now.
Yep. And we will be seeing some more just decently tough to release LNs.
Oh my gosh, it already started.
Yep. Dyna just having an early lead just because Sparky did take a miss on it's one of the more tricky patterns.
So this LN2, this is a physical LN map, as we are seeing with some of the rice patterns here. This is a 2-minute 58-second map with a BPM of 162 with an OD of 6.9, funny number.
Yep. And we definitely do see that is quite a bit more like physically demanding than the other rice map, which was a lot more just on the release pattern. We're already a third the way in.
And we are seeing so far we do see like just recently with the with that stream pattern being implemented, and so I wouldn't think that this map is going to be tested upon with a mixed. It's probably what I think would be mixed LNs with releases, of course. Maybe also test out with other LN patterns that we could see.
Yeah, we definitely see quite a few just like one-hand trills here just with the LNs. Definitely can cause problems, as we actually see Dynascape taking a break there. Not really on the one-hand trills itself, but just is apparent how breaks are definitely possible. And here we'll be coming to the last quarter of the map. Just also around 3 minutes. Definitely these LN pools are a bit long, but should be fine. And we will be coming into the last section of the map now. Just seeing some more very, very tricky LN releases. A bit of a LN stream here. Definitely just makes people sure that it is a LN physical map. And just a bit of inverse there. But after that, that is it for the LN pool.
Dynascape taking the second map, and I am officially sad now. But nice job to Dynascape. I mean, it just proves like even like what we typically see when it comes to like mappers making these maps. There are like also players who can perform so much better than how the mapper would typically perform.
Yep.
So now with that out of the way, we are going into our first hybrid
map.
Yep, so this is Cicera of Despair.
Yep, I believe this is a ranked map, so some people definitely have played this map, and it is a bit more LN focused here. So we will be going from the LNs to a bit more of an LN focused hybrid. And there's definitely, I feel like this is one of the easier maps in the pool, but I feel like just to get a good act, it's definitely going to be a struggle for some players.
Yep, so this is going to be the first hybrid. This is more so an LN oriented map, so there's going to be a bit more LN than Rice maps. This is a minute and 49-second map with a BPM of 174 and the OD of 8. So
Yep. I think Sparky's gonna be kind of destroying this map also, since she is quite a bit of a ranked map player, and we do see just these LNs already. One of the main things I always see in this map is just how there's constantly an LN being held, or if you're not like doing like some trill. And here, if we already see it, just some more LNs. Both players doing super well on it, having super good accuracies.
and you're seeing so far, Sparky finally has a lead for a good chunk of time, but now it's starting to slightly flicker as we see these players doing these jacks right now.
Yeah, and these jacks are definitely quite a bit easier than some of the ones in the Rice maps, but I think just combined with some of the LNs, it can definitely cause some problems. These jacks are super similar.
Oh yeah, Sparky is improving her accuracy, but Dynas gave it not too far behind.
Yep. Just continuing on this ending section. You see some more shields.
Can Sparky finally win her
Ooh,
first
I think
one?
she did.
Oh,
As long
yes,
as she doesn't miss.
did.
Let's go Sparky!
Nice, finally.
Not by much. Definitely one of the more easier maps in the pool. Both players are able to 1-200 it. Alright, and also one of the shorter maps. Now going on to the next map. Another hybrid. Actually a Rice focus hybrid. 2 minutes and 39 seconds.
Oh wait, did I set it up to Mania? Wait.
No, I think you did. It's my client that's wrong.
I was like, I know it's like Dree when you have to press space and put like a Dree and then it'll play a Mania, but I'm concerned like what happens if I do it without it, because the last time I did it, it actually went into a standard map. So I was just, I'm just making sure like it wouldn't be a standard map, and then otherwise I have to abort it and then reset it for everything. So it's better safe than sorry to just double check.
Alright, well the start command did go through, so we will be just waiting a bit. Now we're going into the map. This is a cut version, so it's not going to be the full song, sadly. I don't think we ever said the song. I believe it's called Madorai. Madoru? I'm not too good with pronunciation. But yes, we will be going in. We see a bit of LN, similar to the other map.
And so, this is a 2 minute 39 second map with a BPM of 170, OD of again 8. This is going to be more Rice oriented on this hybrid map, so. But right now we are seeing a bit more an equal mix of LN and Rice, but I believe it should pick up to more Rice later on, as I correctly predicted.
That was definitely the slower section of the map. We will be going on to a bit more Rice after these just little LN bits pass. We're already halfway through the map, so there's definitely an opportunity for LN players to take a point if they haven't already. And here we should be going into the actual Rice section coming up.
Yep.
And here's these LNs are definitely difficult. Some split trills right there.
I would also like to mention that Sparky is still somehow holding another lead over Dynascape. Sparky could actually sweep against Dyna on hybrids. Oh, I said too soon.
I think Sparky got a 200 there on accident. Definitely still difficult on these LNs.
I mean, it's getting really close right now.
Yeah, any 200 from Dyna can definitely just like swap it over, which is something that is very, very easy to get, especially on some of these shields. And that should be the map coming to a close. Ooh,
Oh no! Sparky with the break. That's going to seal the deal for.
Super dense. So it is definitely understandable here. A bit more rice. All right.
That's going to be it.
All right, that is the hybrid pool now going on to SV, I believe.
Yep. So this one, what it changes.
All right, Kamiko Na. Laplace Darkness Song, or first one I believe. I've seen some of my playtesters say that this is actually a very, very fun map. Quite long at 3 minutes long, but it is a banger. I definitely find myself maybe like thinking of the lyrics sometimes just because of how catchy it is actually. Especially Laplace's singing of it. And here she did the gimmick of this map. I believe this is our more reading focused map. So some players are definitely going to be able to maybe sight read it, but I definitely do think you're going to want to be practicing this map.
Yep, here we go. So this will test on, I believe, your reading?
Yes, and we already see that right here with a bit of a slow jam, I believe. And yep, going back into our regular scroll speed. Some decently intrusive LNs. This intro isn't anything too bad until this point, to where there's quite a bit of an unexpected slow jam. But I think after the first time you do get a decent idea of how it works. We will just be seeing regular rice for now. It's mostly those little slowdowns that are difficult. And this is why it is Ro32, not something higher.
Yeah, this looks like a really fun map to play for myself to try.
Yeah, I think you should. Even if you don't qualify, you should definitely be trying to play some of these maps. And just these bursts, definitely possible for somebody to take a break on them. And as I say, that Dyna does actually break. Here we see another slow jam section on these little jacks.
Alrighty.
Seems very, very difficult to get decent ack on. And just continuing on to this next section, a bit easier compared to the earlier, like just regular rice section, or hybrid. But definitely not too bad to axe so far. And here, I think this slowdown is definitely going to trip some players up. Especially if you're not expecting it. Just continuing on. Dyna definitely has practice.
That's why that's why I feel like if there's a map pool there's a map that you should definitely practice at least once, even if you're just probably going to sight read, at least or practice SB.
Yep. We do see Dyna definitely destroying this map, definitely has played this map quite a bit. And we will be coming to an end. Those little slow jams are definitely quite intrusive. But not only that, some of the rice and just regular hybrid patterns in this can definitely cause some problems. Having an ending section.
And we are about to be done.
Yep, only 2 maps remain.
Yep.
Our last SV map and then our tiebreaker.
Our last SV map. Yep. So it is going to be 10 maps. It is for the round of 32. It is also going to be best of 7.
Yep.
I forgot to put the MP mod. It's always the MP mod that I'm forgetting.
Alright, we will be seeing the last SV map, Gakimari Dragon. A more memo map compared to the last map, and definitely quite a bit shorter, only 1 minute and 6 seconds. Our shortest map in the pool so far. And actually will be our shortest map. There's literally only 1 map left, and it's our tiebreaker.
Yep, and even though it says is made by Red Alice, this was sung by Kiryu Koko.
Yep, so this definitely counts.
Yep, this counts as a Hololive map, whether you like it or not. Right. I mean, then again, if we did see a freaking Camellia map with earlier that was remixed, then yeah, remix songs apply.
Yep, and we see a bit more of these little stutters, some teleports. That's definitely a section you're gonna have to memorize. Some of these just slowdowns and the speed ups definitely are kind of unexpected, so I hope to see definitely some people definitely practicing this map, especially with how short it is.
Yep.
Alright, and we're already 2/3 in, so I think any miss can definitely screw some players up. Alright, and just continuing on, we do see some more just kind of weird teleports. Kind of predictable if you know the song, though. And there we go, that is it.
That'll be it. Yep, so the score for the showcase right now, even though no one
I think it's like
really cares about it, it's 9-1. It's 9-1 in favor of Dynascape, but at least now there's the tiebreaker in which Sparky does have one more opportunity to flex on Dyna, but now here we go. This is the tiebreaker. I wonder what the tiebreaker could be. Not like I'm going to enter it right now.
Looks like it's Kenna Liam by HD Flood. It is just a edit so that there are no SVs. So don't be afraid of that. We will be seeing a Camellia tiebreaker in the end. You will never be spared of them. This is definitely a good song in my opinion. No bias. Yeah. This map is very good, so be sure to check the original map out.
Yep, so Holomania, this it was made by, oh wait, you said this is an edit, yeah.
Yep, this is an edit by HD or by me from HD Flood's map.
Alrighty, so this is the longest map, but it's not that long compared to Rise 4. It's only like 7 seconds longer.
Yeah, but
so
this definitely does give a bit of everything in the map pool, and I think it's a bit, it's like a step above some of the maps in this pool. And we already see that just from some of these LNs. And a lot of these bursts just can definitely be tricky. I think we saw Sparky miss one of the earlier notes, maybe just because they were off the keyboard for a bit, but that is fine. And just already getting about a fourth the way in.
yeah, but the lead is flickering right now. It's either in Sparky or Dynascape's side just until that break happened.
Yep. And definitely some of these bursts can be very, very intrusive for some players, so especially with some nerves if you do go to tiebreaker. You can definitely just take a break on them and or quite a few 200s since these bursts are kind of awkward.
And it's the build up to another big part right here.
Yep. And just continuing on with a lot of these really awkward bursts on the Rice, as well as LNs alongside with them. We're already about coming to the halfway point. And we are there right now. Just a bit of a break for players, and Dyna does actually take a break on one of those shields with LNs. And that is definitely quite a big thing in this map. A lot of the shields, or a lot of like the double LNs, and we do see a bit more of an LN section. Both players definitely hitting it super well. But these bursts are what I found to be the most difficult part of the map.
Yep. And oh, another Dyna break. Sparky did have like 200s, but Sparky was still able to hold on. So the lead is going to start decreasing in favor of Sparky.
Yeah, Sparky definitely has a chance to bring this back, since we are in the last quarter.
Yeah, and Dyna is still not on the 400 combo mark, so this means Sparky can still build up that lead that just as long as she doesn't breaks.
Yep, and these bursts are just doing both players pretty bad, getting I think 200 on most of them. And it's definitely good for Sparky because she does have the combo for now. And there's not much left in the map.
Dyna's just gonna have to hope that Sparky misses in this last part, but there's not a lot of notes left, so...
Alright. And that should be it for the map. After this, we will be going up to the qualifier results, so stay tuned.
Yep.
Our players will come into VC once they are ready.
Yes, and that is going to be it. Sparky takes another map. Let's go! And the final score is going to be Sparky 2, Dynascape 10. That's wait, no. It's Sparky 2, Dynascape 9. There's 11 maps, I forget, but Sparky won 2 maps, so therefore, everybody here is a winner at the end of the day.
Yep, everybody here is a winner since they did actually get to be ready. And we will be swapping over to our qualifier results as soon as our actual commentators do come in, since Sparky and Dino will actually come in. And here they should be now.
Hello everybody, hopefully you guys enjoyed that map pool showcase. I'm sure Dinah, you can agree with me that it was a blast to play.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Always a pleasure doing showcases like that. Always nerve-wracking as well. I'm pretty sure a lot of people noticed that there were quite an abundance of misses, but that is how it is. But with that being said, I think we've kept the people waiting long enough. We can probably dive right on into this qualifier seeding results show. And here we go. We're gonna start from the bottom to the top here, and we'll go by this order a little bit quickly for the sake of time. Our 78th seed. I'll take the odd ones. You take the even ones. How about that?
Yeah, sounds good. Alright, so we're gonna start off with the 78th seed, last place in the seeding, the Chorus Sniffers, and unfortunately they did get 78th in all the maps. So a bit unlucky there.
Unlucky there. And as a reminder, we are taking the top 32 cut, so if you see your name before 32nd seed, this is unfortunately the end of the line for your team. We thank you guys for partaking in the qualifiers, but this is the end of the road. And in 77th seed, we have Holoboys.
76th team, we're gonna have GG team actually getting 74th in the SV.
Very nice. And then 75th, we have the Council of Boards. The entire council did not qualify.
And then 74th seed, we're gonna have Gar Aka. Unfortunately, couldn't ack enough to get into the tourney.
Unfortunate. A very nice 67th on the SV, but gonna need a little bit more than that. In 73rd, we have Dead Comet.
72nd, we're gonna have the world's cutest Reaper. Nice score on SV.
And in 71st, we're gonna have La Choco. 60th on the SV, worth noting out. Unless I misread that. Rather, yeah, I did misread it.
70th place, we're gonna have, was that 48th in SV. Really nice.
I feel like this is always a trend with the lower seeded qualifiers. They have really nice SV scores, but then the rest of the map pool catches up with them. In 69th seed, the nicest seed, we have Alpha Lives.
And on 68th, we're gonna have the Baka Aquas, placing above their seed in SV. Seems like a common trend here.
Yep, probably gonna be recurring throughout. In 67th, we have Kobo.
66th, we're gonna have Ayame Loves Aquarius.
Unfortunately, did not love Aquarius enough. Another high SV score, but 70s in stage 2 and 3, not going to be enough here. In 65th, we have Rest in Peace Rushia, and Rest in Peace to this team as well.
64th, we're gonna have Only Friends. Very nice score in LN, but
that is actually a very impressive score. 48th seed on that LN map. Very, very nice. In 63rd, Rushia's part-time job. A very balanced stage 1 and stage 2, but unfortunately not enough to qualify here.
67, we're gonna have Amelda Gambiaya Watson. I think that's Saija's team.
Yeah, I believe that's Saija's team.
His prediction did not come true. He did not place bottom 5 in every map. So
that's very true. Mission accomplished. That being said, we'll move on. 61st seed, Okayu Stockings. Gonna be knocked out here in the qualifiers.
Number 60th is gonna be Los Tokiyami Towa with a 47th on the hybrid.
Very nice. And in 59th, we're gonna have the Duck Dance GIF being knocked out. 49th seed on the SV.
58th seed's gonna be HD Tenshi. Pretty balanced throughout.
Very nice. 64th on the hybrid, but that can be forgiven. I believe the HD probably stands for hidden. In 57th, we have Ayame Stream. When will we get the Ayame Stream? And this team, LN 64. That was gonna make another comment, but I bit my tongue. And we scroll on up.
56, we're gonna have Xi'an prayers. Prayers in the chat for them, as they did not qualify.
Yep. And moving on, we're gonna have 55th seed Uka Parts. Probably a play on Ubarts.
Oh yeah. 54th seed's gonna be Hot Limits.
Gonna be end of the line here for them. A very nice score, 41st on stage 4. And in 53rd, we have Hollow Potato PC. Probably need a bit of a less of a potato PC next time. SV1, that 44th seed. Again, a recurring trend. These SV scores from these lower seeded teams definitely to be trifled with, but everything else balances out, and we can move on.
Yeah, 52nd seed's gonna be Burger Lovers. Again, 39th in SV, punching above their weight there.
Yep. In 51st, we have Hollow Armpits. A very nice 35th on SV1. Can invest in some deodorant for those armpits.
50th seed's gonna be Mogu Mogu, just like the map we played. And
Just like the map.
pretty good score on Reflect. Very interesting, 29th.
Ooh, physical team, but everything else a little bit out of sorts. That 69th on the LN probably didn't help matters.
No,
In 49th, we have RA Street Comet. Another very impressive LN qualifier score, 38th.
Yeah, and 48th seed's gotta be Mike Tyson. That's gonna be
We'll leave the team name at that.
unfortunate. 33rd in excuse my rudeness, which is a hybrid. So again, pretty good score for them.
Yeah, and then balanced out by everything else. In 47th, we have Trio Saiso. Another very impressive SV score, 37th, almost enough to break into that top 32, but everything else a little bit lagging behind.
46 is gonna be Hollow Few Few. Very even spread throughout for them. Good showing.
Yep. In 45th, we have Waka FBK. A couple of 50s, but that 30th place on stage 4. Ooh, at 35th, we're gonna start seeing these Rice scores start to improve, I imagine, once we get into the qualified results.
Definitely. 44th is gonna be Kabocha with a 36 in SV and then a 30th in Q, which is the Rice 2. So great by them.
And then 43rd, we have Hachimachama. 31st, 34th, almost breaking into that 32nd, let down a little bit by the Rice scores, 46th and 58th respectively. You could imagine if they could handle the Rice just a little bit more, they might have been able to qualify.
Yeah. Next team up is going to be Fauna's Antlers at 42nd with a 27th in SV, however falling short just outside that top 32 in all of the other 4 maps.
Yeah, and then we have 41st, Shuba Shuba Literature Club. Very impressive scores, 26th, 34th in the Rice, but that LN score really let them down, 71st, and unfortunately not going to qualify.
For the seed is going to be Help Me Marine, and they're going to get a 28th in SV. However, again, with the last team that I commented on, they're going to fall just a little bit short out of the top 32 on all other 4 maps.
Yep, and then in 39th, getting into the top 40, we have Homie Live. Let down a bit on the SV score, 63rd, and then pretty generally good scores on everything else, 33rd, 36th. Would have been a bubble team maybe if they had improved that SV score.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then 38th, we're going to have Yay with an impressive 8th place in the SV at 38. So unfortunately did not get in, but got 8th place in the SV map.
Yep, our first top 10 of the seeding reveal. In 37th, we have Volvo Live Gaming. Another very impressive showing, a bit let down by the SV and the hybrids, who could have been another bubble team given the Rice, 28th and 27th.
And at 36, we got Ukamigos. Love that name. Got inside the top 32 on 3 of the 5 maps. However, that score on accuracy, the accuracy map, stage 5, 55th, pushed them just out of the top 32.
Yep, and now here we have the first top 3 score, and this is very unsurprising
Wow.
given the fact that it's SV. 3rd place goes to Taco Tuesday. Unfortunately let down by the other result, and going to be on the outside looking in here in 35th seed.
They were so close too. Unfortunately, couldn't carry them enough. 34th is going to be Guardians of the Civilization with a top 20 play on the SV map. You see their average rank is very, very close, just outside.
Yeah, that Q score let them down again, 50th on it, and it's going to push them just out of range. And our last team to not qualify will be by Fubuki Glasses, a 5th place showing on Q, but let down by the LN score and the SV, 46th and 49th, and they will be the ones on the outside looking in. So with that being said, every team from here on out has officially qualified for Holomania.
Yeah, and thank you to all the teams that participated but did not qualify. We enjoyed having you and hope you join us for some of our next tournaments coming up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So starting off with the 32nd team, the first team in Holomania is Ganyu from Hololive with a 61st in SV. However, their 18th in stage 4 is definitely propelled them into that final spot. So
yeah,
congratulations, good by them.
Rode their luck just a little bit with the SV. I think any lower of a score and they might have been the ones on the outside. But with that being said, we can move on to our 31st seed. It will be Hi Honey. A bit of a outlier on the hybrid, but very nice scores throughout, top 20s, and then 37th and 34th on the hybrid and on our second rice map.
And 30th seed is going to be Ikum Bokum with an 11th in SV, which actually seems like it pushed them into the top 30 there. Their other scores, you know, around that 32 area, so great job by them on SV.
Yeah, this is why you practice the SVs. It can make all the difference. And it's funny enough, the amount of submissions we had for team registration, I think we could count on like 3 hands how many teams put Ikum Bokum as the team name, and we had to tell them to rename themselves. Definitely the most popular name. But we can move on to our 29th seed. It is going to be Hydrodynamic W. And a complete reversal of Ikum Bokum. Low SV score, but very high LN score. 18th.
28th is going to be Hosho's. Same thing here where they didn't do so well on the SV map. However, all 4 of their other scores were good enough to get them into the top 32.
Yeah. And then moving on to our 27th seed, it is going to be the Suiste Cutting Board. Very balanced scores throughout, let down a little bit on the physical rice in Reflect, 45th being the only outlier, but outside of that, 17th and 13th on the LN and hybrids. Definitely don't want to get into an LN battle with this team.
Yeah, speaking of Suisse, at 26, I'm going to go ahead and opt to pronounce this Swiss Eggs, where they have a 15th on the SV score, and pretty nice for LN hybrid, and their rice seems to be lacking a little bit.
Just a little bit, but I mean, to be fair, when everybody can play on rice, every judgment matters.
Yeah, for sure.
But moving on to our 25th seed, it will be Holopataxis. Another SV outlier, but a 7th place on the hybrid definitely helped propel their seeding here, and a 16th on Q to boot.
24th is gonna be Hollow Alpacas. 34th and 35th on Excuse My Rudeness and Reflect. However, their SV and their LN scores did well enough to get them into a pretty mid seeding. Very nice.
Very nice indeed. And moving on to our 23rd seed, it is going to be Yabe, a 9th place on the SV. Definitely helped out there, offset the 55th on Reflect, and 2 top 20 placings on the LN and hybrids. Definitely worth the spot in 23rd.
At 22nd, we have Mume's voicemail. Their SV a bit lacking, maybe didn't practice as much as the other teams. However, for the other 4 scores, they pretty much are at their seeding level for this.
Yep, and moving on to our 21st seed, it will be the Lunites. A bit lacking behind on the rice, but the SV, LN, and hybrid certainly made up for it. Actually, as I say that, 15th seed on Q, so definitely has the accuracy, might just need the physicality to back it up.
And in 20th, we actually have Deadbeats, where their physicality seems to be their strong point, with a 9th on Reflect. Very good showing by them.
and an 18th on Q as well. The hybrids and hybrid and LN might be the weak spot for them though.
Yeah.
Moving on to 19th seed, it is going to be the Holomania Indonesia, 30th on the SV, but rounded out very nicely with their Q score and LN score.
18th seed is gonna go ahead and be Tambourine Club. 53rd in SV, tanking their seeding a little bit, I think, but that's second on, I think our second place too as well on the LN map. You definitely don't want to pick LN against these guys, especially around of 32.
Absolutely. And moving on to our 17th seed, it's gonna be XXX Sakamata Chloe Gaming XXX, the funniest name in my opinion in this team listing. 11th on Reflect, 14th on Q. Definitely a Rice-oriented team, but definitely has a bit of LN capability and SV. Definitely want to watch out for them.
16th place is going to be Baku 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 with a 29th in SV. However, they're 9th place in LN and very solid scores on the other 3 maps. Solidified their place in the top 16. So that's going to be the start of our upper half of the tournament bracket.
Yep, and in 15th, it is going to be Gura Changos coming in here, 10th on LN, 9th in the hybrid, so definitely has that LN capability, and the Rice is not lagging far behind. Definitely a very well-rounded team to start off this upper half of the bracket.
14th place is going to be Hoshimachi TSD with very solid scores throughout, 12th, 12th, and 13th on stages 1, 3, and 4 respectively, but a 21st and 23rd on stages 2 and 5.
And moving on, 13th place, and I feel it is Sun Apple's favorite team. It is Ina Connoisseur, 22nd on the SV, 4th on the LN, just outside of that podium place on the LNs. Want to watch out for them on the more physical LN maps later on down the line. 16th and 15th, and then a 22nd on the accuracy.
And 12th place is going to be A, or I think it's just A. And yeah, and so they got a 4th place on SV and 12th on LN, 6th on hybrid. Very good scores there. However, it seems like their accuracy is a bit under I guess subpar for their seeding. 37th on Q. Maybe they just had 2 bad runs.
Maybe.
Don't know for sure.
Gotta put your best foot forward, but that being said, still good enough for 12th here as we move on to our 11th seed. It is going to be the Anti-Hololivers. Wonder why they're here in the tournament. 6th on SV, 5th on the LN, so definitely have some well-rounded skill sets and drop just a little bit on the Rice here, 26th and 21st, but still good enough for 11th overall.
10th place is going to be Hololive Engineers. Engineered their way into the top 10 here with a 41st in SV. However, we do see our first place finish on Q, as well as top 4 on both the hybrid and the act pick. So very, very scary team there.
Yeah, I think you meant to say Reflect for that first place.
Oh yeah,
but
Reflect, sorry.
moving on, we will get into our 9th spot. It is going to be the Quiche Genitours, 2nd place on SV. And that basically helped propel their seeding into the top 10. 30th on the LN, so maybe lacking a little behind on the physical LNs, but that can be forgiven. Top 10s on the Rice, very balanced overall.
We definitely see the strong suit of SV here, definitely getting some teams like very forward in their seedings. 8th place is Hollow Gaming, so top 8 here. 7th in SV, however, their stages 2, 3, and 5 are pretty mid. 23rd on the LN, so same thing with the Quiche Tours, and a 6th on Reflect. So very nice.
Very nice overall. And moving on to our 7th seed, it is going to be Fanfare D's Nuts. 17th on the SV, 6th on the LN, so definitely physically capable of handling those harder LN picks, and some very balanced hybrid and Rice scores, 6th and 10th on stages 5 and 3.
We're at the top 6 now, and at 6th place we have Coco Fart with a 1st place on the LN and a 2nd place on hybrid. So very, very scary team, especially when there's LNs involved. in the map. However, they did get a 21st in the SV, so maybe that's their weakness.
Maybe, and top 10s in the rice picks. So yeah, SV might be the way to go against this team. And in 5th place, what's Hololive anyways?
I don't know.
I do not know. SV 10th place, LN 13th, and top 5s in hybrid and our first rice pick 6th as well. Definitely a very well balanced team. I feel like that's going to be the trend for these top 4 seeds moving forward.
And at 4th place, we have Gargura Gura Hololive Loading Confused GIF. Some SV players here. Yeah, thank you. Sneezed a little bit there. Came out really weird. But 1st place on SV, so some SV players here. And for the rest of their scores, very, very balanced. 11th, 11th, 7th, and 8th place. So that was good by them. Got first place to get top 4.
Yep, no real weaknesses here as we move on to our 3rd seed. It is going to be Taco Bell, and this one is, I believe, a bit of a surprise. I feel like a lot of folks in the server were thinking that this was a shoo-in for 1st seed. This is our team composed of, I believe, Chiwi, Boji, and Forken. 8th, 8th,
So, yeah.
4th, and a podium spot on Q in 3rd.
Alright, and in 2nd place, our 2nd seed here, Usada Pakora with a 14th in SV. However, every other map is just amazing. Phenomenal scores. 3rd place in LN, 3rd place in hybrid, 2nd place in the physicality rice map, and 2nd place in the accuracy. So I would not want to be facing these guys.
Absolutely not. And I do not want to face our 1st seed either. Our 1st seed for Holomania, hosted by BSM, will be the Holo Gangsters. Some very impressive scores all throughout. 5th on the SV, 7th on the LN might be a bit of a weakness there, but it can be forgiven. 1st place on the hybrid, 3rd place on Reflect, and 1st place on Q. So definitely a balance of rice accuracy, hybrid accuracy, and a little bit of physicality to boot. They are going to be the team to beat for this tournament. But with that being said, that will round out the seeding results and the round of 32 showcase. We hope you guys have enjoyed everything that has happened here. Congratulations to the teams that qualified, commiserations to those that didn't, but we hope you guys had fun nonetheless. Some final orders of business. The schedules will be coming out relatively soon. We'll give you guys a ping in the server when they are finalized so you guys can start rescheduling. The map pools will be published as well, probably a map pack as well. But with that being said, Diana, unless you have anything else to say,
Just another good luck to all of the teams playing. I can't wait to see what this tournament has in store for us.
absolutely. So good luck, everybody. Practice, especially the SVs, and we'll see you guys next weekend.
See you.